What's happening? 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 Like watching myself get into it right there. Oh yeah. That's right, son. That's right, son. All right, wait. I gotta get the tiki talkie pulled up. Mm. All right. Everything's pulled up and moving. Everything is pulled up and everything is moving. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the song that we were working on last time I was on here. I got a few notes in my head about what I wanted to change, so we're gonna change those things, and then I'm gonna hop off because I gotta go bust out some work. I gotta bust out these bags to get this bag, if you know what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean. I literally mean I need to go make bags so I can make the bag. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's where we're at. So here we are. So it goes like this.
Hey, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running it back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Ay, running like ducking the feds, blue and the red. Saying I said I didn't say shit. Making a man, staying on 10, keeping it cool. That was it. Cash on the counter, pull out back. Grab out the pound, smoke out back. 3 bad bitches, one on my lap. This real life, that shit's fast. 48 hours, no sleep, good grief. Behind that wheel.
All right, so that was one of the things. Was that little facts thing?
48 hours, no sleep, good facts. Plan.
All right, there's something about this thing that's not.
Hey, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm.
I don't know why this is such a low volume. Something's happening.
Hey, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running it back. Run it back. Ay, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running it back. Run it. Running like.
Yeah, I think I need to do it with that not on there. What up, Lindsay on TikTok?
Beat like they run on the
Trey, running the shit like I'm running the race, running the heat like I'm running the pack, running the speed like I'm running the back, running back,
running back. Running back. Running back. Ay, running like ducking the feds.
blue and the red, saying I said I didn't say shit.
Making a man.
Staying on 10 and keeping it cool, and that was it. Kind of down, soon I back. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing right there with my hands. Apparently, I'm an awkward boy. All right, here we go. So let's fucking make this a little bit more prevalent. It's so this little thing on the back. It's like the facts, because I have it soloed and the same effects are on the thing. That's why you're hearing the laser thing. All right. Anyway, so let's make this more prevalent. It needs to sound like it's on the left-hand side. First, we're gonna just turn it up. But I don't want it to be too loud in the mix. So like a little bit less than that, but a little bit more than it was. So let's go with 13. Let's go 11. Alright, cool. Then we're going to turn up the main vocals because that's what I was, yesterday I was listening to it. I was like, I think the main vocals need to be turned up just a tad. They're kind of like, let's see. So this is the, okay, this is all the main hook, main V for verse. All right, so let's just turn these up by like a decibel or so. Not much, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because I think that's what it needs.
Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back.
Ew.
Running back, running back. Ay, running like duck in the
Fed, blue in the red, saying I said, didn't say shit.
making them mad, staying on 10, keeping it cool, that was it. Cash on them cactus, 48 hours, no sleep, good grief. Behind that wheel, the deep in them sheets. Catting on them cake, them beating them cheeks. Pretty little mommy and she always in heat. Goddamn, guess this is all in God's plan. Living my dreams, I'm all in. Snatch from
All right, let's see what these are. I didn't ever even turn these back up.
goddamn, guess this is all in God's plan. Living my dreams.
Out of here. Do not like that. All right. Okay, cool. So then let's change this little section over here. I have this thing and it goes like,
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag.
bad, smile on my face, I'm glad.
Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high.
That's gonna be gone.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but
All right, let's see if I can find one more thing to like add into the second chorus, and then I'll like bring that into here. I'm thinking like something that's just like a soft pad. I guess that's like a really ungeneric thought, but to be honest, there's so many things happening. Like this is, that's a pretty bold sound in itself, and this is obvious.
this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack.
That's obviously a pretty poignant sound, and then obviously my vocals and then huge 808. So yeah, it's like nothing else really needs to be like, it's hard to think of what else really needs to be in there. I mean, it sounds pretty full, but let's see if we can find something that's gonna work. Honestly, we're just gonna chop loops. I'm not even gonna worry about trying to find a sound. We're just gonna chop loops. We're gonna go to D sharp, yeah. That shit is so sick. Very loopy, obviously, though. That's also insane. I don't know how the fuck they made that. That's crazy. That is absolutely... Actually, okay, so what it sounds like is it sounds like a bass, obviously, and then it sounds like the bass could have possibly been played up like 2 octaves, and then they put a delay on it, but then they filtered the delay, and they possibly even pitched up the delay. Maybe that's like, that's possibly what that is happening there. All right, let's look up. So, let's just say loops. And then we're gonna type in, we're gonna let whatever happens happens. We're not gonna specify a genre. We're just gonna specify a key, so I can hear it in its key.
I keep on telling you well.
That shit could be crazy. All right, so let's hold up.
I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from nights out. I will be kicking you out.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. Hold up. Alright, hold up. So if technically it could go two ways. I can either stretch it all the way out here and make it this.
I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from night out. I will be kicking you out.
All right, so just that end piece is, I think, what we're gonna use in the actual chorus, and then we're gonna put the whole thing at the end.
I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from night out. I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from night out.
All right, wait, maybe we put that shit at the beginning of the song because that kind of sounds like that's a good way to like catch people's attention, and lure them in. Maybe we take all this and then go over like that. I like that. All right, verse. All right, then let's. I honestly don't even care about these markers anymore. I used to like mark everything to make it like easy for myself, but. Man, what's that shit even matter, dude? What does it even matter, dude? Come on, tell me about it. I don't know anything about it mattering. Doesn't really matter. All right, let's see. Hook is right there-ish. What the fuck? Where's that actually? Oh. Right there. No. Hold up. Like that. That's what I wanted. Hook. Boom. Right there. Reverse. Right there. Reverse. Hook. Verse. Okay. So let's try this like right here.
I keep on telling you well. I keep on telling you well. You don't come home from night out. I will be kicking you out.
This shit like I want the rags. Running with
It doesn't really make any sense in comparison to like what I'm saying in the song, so we can't really do it because it doesn't really fucking make any sense at all. I do love the sample though. The sample sounds really cool. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take just this little piece, as I said before, right here at the end. I'm gonna chop this one though, and we're gonna put it over here, and we're gonna see if we can warp that to sound good in the other things. All right. Yeah, just that part, like. All right, and then let's just warp it some. So, it seems like put a warp marker right there at the front of it, and then let's drag out the end of it, like that maybe. All right, so I like where this hits, but I don't want this to really move. So I'm gonna bring this back in like that and tighten it up. Yeah, maybe even tighten it up a tiny bit more, like right there then. All right, let's see if it sounds okay with the vocals, because it might actually absolutely sound like Cheeks with the vocals.
No stalling. Run on this beat like that on the track. Running this shit like I run the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Ay, flight lands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Blacklands 2 a.m. 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 20 bands up.
No, none of that's gonna work. All right, so let's delete these 3. Let's see if we can chop some of it out there.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no naps. I ain't taking no.
All right, honestly, this part of it doesn't sound too bad.
Bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 9. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels.
Just maybe like the.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no.
No, we're not gonna do that either. I fucking like that, but it's okay. Hold up, wait. I don't want to give up on it quite yet. I want to play with. Let me see.
I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dream. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dreams. I ain't taking no nap, too high. These top tier dabs moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dreams. I ain't taking no nap, too high. These top tier dabs moving slow and the life so fast. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels,
Okay, I like the whole I keep on thing, but I think I can use that for another beat and actually just use that as like a I keep on and then like respond to it in the lyrics and make it more purposeful, less obtuse.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dreams. I ain't taking no nap, too high. These top tier dabs moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit cheap. Playing them out, don't show no feelings. I'm on my house, but I am on the scene. Fresh on my fingers, I gotta stay clean. Holla, rockin' on top of them beams.
Oh, don't you just love that? Don't you just love the fact that since I moved everything over, it has a filter on the out? Fuse. Oh, fuse, yeah, fuse. I felt like a dream. A fiend. Said I did dream. No wings. I'm on the scene. Fresh my fix, I gotta stay clean. Rapping is fun. It's a fun time. It's a good time. Alright, here we go.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dreams. I ain't taking no nap, too high. Running back, Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag, big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19, tryna roll up my trap, big dreams. I ain't taking no nap, too high. These top tier dabs moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep the shit cheap.
It changes the mood. It changes the mood, which I'm not a big fan of. So let's see if we can do like 5 up and see if it doesn't change.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed.
No. That sounds like it could work. Woo! Hey! These are like full songs. Takes a little bit of the challenge out of it.
I'm glad, oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs, moving slow, and the life so fast.
That will work. That will work. All right, hold up.
Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running with hit like I'm running. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running. Hey, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back. Hey, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running.
It takes you out of the space a little bit. It like puts you in a different genre. It definitely feels like it's in a different genre. All right, let's not do that. I'm trying to be more specific. Work on my sample selection and such. I want to just play sounds, but the session is old and the fucking CPU or whatever on it's all cookied. So it's like if I pull up a synth, I can't play it. I just have to program it, and I don't really like programming the synth.
Goddamn, guess this is all in God's plan. Living my dreams, I'm all in. Smash on the gas, no stalling. Yeah, run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I wanted the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Ay, Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. On my side, it felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging the fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit G. Play the model, don't jump with no fiends. More on my hustle, I am on the scene. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19.
Those sounds sound like little animals. Like little electronic, like gremlin animals or some shit like that. My name is Barrett. What's up, Barrett? What's up, George Sebastian Sergi on TikTok? What's up, guys? How's it going, man? Hope everyone's having a good Good Sunday. I know a song that has there's a song I know that has that in it, and it has like what is that guy's name? It's like a rapper. He has it's like a few million views on a song with a sample in it. It's just that front piece, I think it's pitched down a few semitones.
Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of green. I start my side, it felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit G. Play the model, don't chill with no fiends. I'm on my hustle, I am on the scene. Fresh in my Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of green. First time I saw it, felt like a dream. Investing my profit, running back. Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of green. First time I saw it, felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit G. Play the model, don't chill with no fiends. I'm on my hustle, I am on the scene. Fresh in my fit, cause I gotta stay clean. Holla, bro, rockin' on top of them beams. Run on this beat like they
Running the trade, running the shit like I run up the rakes. Running the speed like I'm running the bank.
Speed like I'm running it back, running back, running back, running back. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands. Blacklands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running it back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow, and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of green. First time I saw it, felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit G. Play the model, don't chill with no fiends. I'm on my hustle, I am on the scene. Fresh in my fit, cause I gotta stay clean. Holla, bro, rockin' on top of them beams. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Thousands of acres was full of green. First time I saw it, felt like a dream. Investing my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, don't chill with no fiends. I'm on my hustle, I am on the scene. Fresh in my fit, cause I gotta stay clean. Holla, bro, rockin' on top. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run up the racks. Running with hit like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking. Run on this beat like they run. Flatlands 2 a.m. 20 bands up in my bag.
How do I do this? How do I do this to make it sound like the way I want it to? Hold up, I don't want that. I want it to like auto pan, but I want it to auto pan in the opposite way of this thing. But this thing is kind of like it looks like it's moving at like a 1 bar pace, left then right. So we're gonna go right 1 bar pace, right then left. See, this is moving left to right, and this is 1 bar. Actually, that's 2 bars, so it's a 2-bar pace, left to right. So we're going to go 2-bar pace, right to left. That's what we're going to do. All right. So we're going to... Oh, shit. They change the new one every time, and now I'm fucked. I forget how to do it, how to do the thing. Let's see. No, that's not it. I need to shift it. No, I need to shift it. Yeah, there we go. That's good. I like that. That actually makes more sense. Look at that. It's a much quicker... That is a better design than what it used to be. That is actually quite... Alright, let's see. So we're going to go 2-bar pace, left, right, full.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap, big dreams, I ain't taking no nap.
And then we're going to set it in the center.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap, big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs.
Moving slow, lots of fast.
Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep the shit G. Play it, I'm out, don't you with no fiends. More on my house, that I am on the scene. Fresh on my fit, cause I gotta stay clean. High level rockin' on top of them beams. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Run like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big.
All right, so I have to make this sound less like a fucking dub guitar from reggae.
Like last 2 a.m.
Because it sounds very reggae, right? It's a reggae. It's like a reggae, like reggae shot. But I need to sound like electronic because the rest of the song sounds electronic and it sounds out of place. So I'm going to add this erosion with the sine erosion and it sounds like this. And all that like high-end ad or whatever definitely lets it fit in quite a bit better.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap, big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs, moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like
But I don't love it, so let's play with it more.
thousands of acres was full of that green. Thousands of acres was full of that green. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep the shit G. Play it, I'm out, don't you with no fiends. More on my house, that I am on the scene. Fresh on my feet, cause I gotta stay clean. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep the shit G. Play it, I'm out, don't you with no fiends. More on my house, that I am on the scene. Fresh on my thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project. Running back. Flat last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap, big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving
Slow and alive so fast.
thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep the shit G. Play it, I'm out, don't you with no fiends. More on my house, that I am on the scene. Fresh on my fit, cause I gotta stay clean. High level rockin' on top of them beams. Run on this beat like they run on the track. Running this shit like I run the racks. Running with heat like I'm running the pack. Running with speed like I'm running the back. Running back, running back. Running back, running back. Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. All levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap, big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs, moving slow, the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. First time I saw it, it felt like a dream. Invest in my project.
For some reason, this envelope is not affecting it over here, but it's affecting it over here. I have no clue because it's not off. It's not automated in any sort of way. So I don't know what the fuck, what's happening there. That's weird. That is weird, son. Whatever, I'll accept it for what it is. I'll just delete it from right here because it doesn't need to be there. All right. And then that's that, I think. I'm cool with that song. I think it's good for what it is. Although, actually, there was one more thing I did want to do. I wanted to record the... I wish I could automate that. That'd be cool. All right, so then let's just manage sample, show and finder, show and browse. Yeah, all right, cool. So then let's go down here. Let's add a little audio track. Oh, it looks like I do have a... Wait, hold up. Is that the same bass sample, though? Yeah, son, that shit. That's what I wanted it to sound like. Alright, I just need to figure out how to... Wait, hold up. Let me turn the master chain off, which is really not much anymore, which is crazy. I, like, eliminated so many things on my master chain, and it sounds 20 times better. Sick. That's how it should be. Things shouldn't have to be hard. Alright, let's see. Clipper on there, baby. Very nice. So... Also, I realized where to use the soft clip. It's on the drums, man. That's where you use the soft clip. I used to use it on a bunch of shit, but no more. Not no more. Thank you for everybody that's here right now. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Izzo Day. We're working on Running. This is a part of a project called the Anti-Perfection Project. I put out like 20-some songs this year on it. Next year is going to be the Anti-Perfection Project Volume 2. Which everyone will be able to hear the difference in like the mixing and all that type of stuff. Maybe some of the production quality is better. Anyways, it was just like me working on all my old songs to make them better than they used to be. All right, everyone left, so I guess no one wanted to hear me talk about that. Oopsies. Okay, so let's turn the master chain off like I was talking about. Turn that shit off. Let's solo this, put record on here, resample. Ugh. Okay, and then do this. Okay, and then we're gonna take this away. And then we're gonna take this. And we're gonna bring it down here. And then we're gonna crossfade this shit, so it's gonna go. Yeah, like this.
Track, running this shit like I run the racks, running with heat like I'm running the pack, running with speed like I'm running the back, running back, running back, running back, running back.
All right. Well, that's it. I think I'm cool with that. I like how that shit sounds. I fixed all the things that I didn't like. I might end up not having the dub guitar thing in there. But I think that it's like in there in the right way now. And maybe I should take the 808 out.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. I start my side, it felt like a dream.
Maybe I put this over here and duplicate this. Join this.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier.
Where's this kick drum? Which one is this? Okay, so I deleted that kick drum, but I kept the other kick drum. I was wondering, I was like, it still sounds like there's a little bit of a kick drum in there, but I didn't have the main kick on. It's just like this little rusty kick up there.
Like last 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. I start my side, it felt like a dream. Invest in my profits and charging a fee. Never the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. I start my side, it felt like a dream. Invest in my profits and charging dabs. Moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. I start my side. Running back. Flight lands 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap. Big dreams, I ain't taking no nap. Too high, these top tier dabs. Moving slow and the life so fast. Thousands of acres was full of that green. I start my side, it felt like a dream. Invest in my profits and charging a fee. Never was gangster, but keep this shit G. Play the model, don't chip with no fiends.
There you go. All right, cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually, because it like definitely switches it up. Like the whole song is kind of like heavy and electronic, and then it's like it's still whatever, but like it definitely.
Running back. Flight lands 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh,
it definitely calms it down. It definitely like brings you into like a slightly different space. So it's kind of cool. Like the second verse comes in and it gives you something fresh, like a new fresh feeling. People say that that's important to do in the second verse. Either you take everything away but the first verse takes everything away. It just goes down to the 808. So it's like, I don't want to just go back to that because that seems a little bit basic. And that's what I was doing. So I was trying to change that. And I think this does.
Running back. Flight lands 2 a.m., 20 bands up in my bag. Big smile on my face, I'm glad. Oh, levels, I just surpassed 19. Tryna roll up my trap.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. All right, that's that song. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm out of here. I gotta go get back to some, make some kizzy, make a little bit of that kizzy, make that cash, make that money, make that moolah, make that bread. All right, very good. Peace. Thanks for hanging out, team. I'm exporting this. I'm happy with it. Happy camper. Run 2025, question mark number 1, because I have a feeling there's always opportunity. I might listen to it and be like, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. Oh man. All right, well, I'll hop off here because I said goodbye already, so goodbye.